High Moon Studios is preparing the first downloadable game add-on for Transformers War for Cybertron, and we spoke with lead game designer Matt Christek about what fans can expect from the content.
So the basic structure of the DLC would give you 5 characters and 4 new maps, 2 of them being multiplayer and the other 2 Escalation. There was a pretty huge demand from our community, and they wanted to know if we were going to release our pre-order characters in this DLC, and we are. We saw on eBay people selling pre-order codes for like $100, and we did a community night with the fans, and I think every other question was, we want the DLC pre-order characters, and so we're going to go ahead and put that in this first pack. The characters that we picked was more for to give the players more choice. We were noticing that people were complaining that they wanted to have another Autobot soldier, and they wanted another Decepticon leader. So what we've decided to do is we've added Onslaught as a Decepticon leader, and we've added Scattershot as an Autobot soldier. So now you'll have another tank that you can choose for an Autobots and another truck for the Decepticons.
And next we have the meat and potatoes for those who crave a little bit of Transformers competition. 2 new competitive multiplayer maps.
The first multiplayer map is called Fortress, which is themed after a Kaon prison. It has a central courtyard area with a lot of verticality. There's a little bit more cover, maybe in the exterior space than we've had in our previous maps, so a little more obstacles for flyers, especially around the conquest nodes. We tried to make sure that there was a little more strategies, how people could approach them and defend them. The second multiplayer map is called Havoc. It's a orbital space station. We tried to work a kind of a track-like system into the center of it, so it's really easy for vehicles to work their way around the map. The center is more kind of like all-out speed, and it's real great for leaders to fire off their ram. The side rooms are a little more catered for jumps and stunts, so I think we'll start to see like some pretty interesting strategies for the trucks in the center and the cars on the side, and there's also a lot of vertical room for the jets to fly around, so I think we'll see a nice mix of vehicles in Havoc.
Finally, the cooperative Escalation mode is getting a boost with 2 brand new levels.
Yeah, Escalation was very well received. I think people want that mode where they can play the iconic guy. We've got you need to use teamwork to survive and to succeed in that mode. And I think people really wanted a lot more of it. We saw on the forums that hey, there's 2 maps, we want more, and so that's kind of the other reason why we're pushing these 2 new Escalation maps out. So one thing that we wanted to do with these 2 new maps is to kind of mix up the gameplay a little bit more, give you more options as opposed to just generators and weapons. And so you'll start seeing that both maps feature these kind of random environmental events. In Forsaken, one of the maps, for example, there's a random event where this really dense fog kind of rolls in, and you have to start now using your fine aim ability to spot the targets, and you kind of have to stick together with the team. So Forsaken takes place, if you've played the regular campaign, there's a section outside of Cybertron's core, we call it the Sea of Corruption, and you can work your way around the map, and there's energon waterfalls that you can shut off, and what this will actually do is you'll be able to drain this energon sea, and you'll be able to expose more areas that you can work your way to and defend. The second Escalation map is called District. It's sort of themed after Iacon style, and what we've done in this map is we've given you some additional security systems that you can put your points into. So there's repair sentries, there's ion sentries, there's laser systems that you can throw up in front of these doors that'll damage enemies that come through them. And the neat thing about this map is its environmental hazard is random blackouts. So when this happens, you won't be able to put any points in generators or buy any weapons, and you really have to rely on your vehicle mode and your vehicle weapons or a secondary weapon to kind of pulled out during this period.
Well, there you have it. We hope everyone enjoyed our preview for Transformers War for Cybertron's upcoming game add-on. Thanks to Matt for giving us the skinny on the new content, and thanks everyone for watching Inside Xbox.